We've just looked at the relationship between price and quantity demanded, illustrated in table form. Now, it's time to look at this most fundamental concept illustrated as a graph. It's called the demand curve and is one of the cornerstones of all economics. Remember though, all of this is common sense. You probably understand some of this law of demand already. It simply states, if the price of a good increases, the quantity demanded decreases. Like the table, this graph or curve will help us uncover more of the secrets behind this law. Think of it as a tool to help you visualize what's happening around you. We're going to use the information in the table to draw a demand curve showing the negative or inverse relationship between the price of fried chicken and the quantity demanded over the period of a week. Now, I suggest that you out there watching this DVD get yourself a piece of paper, ruler and a pencil and do this following exercise with us.
The first step is to draw the axes and indicate the origin, 0. The second step is to decide which variables are to be plotted on the axis. Since we're interested in the relationship between price and quantity demanded, we'll plot the price values P on the vertical axis and the quantity demanded, QD, on the horizontal axis. The next step is to indicate the price and quantity demanded intervals on each axis. From the table, we can see that there are 7 different sets of figures, and so we indicate 7 equally spaced intervals on our axes. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 intervals. And the same again for the horizontal axis. Now we plot the corresponding price and quantity of demanded values. We'll start with the price values. Moving up from the origin, our first value is 1 rand, followed by 2 rand, 3 rand, 4 rand, 5 rand, 6 rand, and of course 7 rand. And I do the same for the quantity demanded values, which start with a quantity of 2, and 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14. Now we can plot points that show the different price to quantity demanded combinations. According to the table, our first combination says that at the price of 7 rand, the quantity demanded is 2 pieces of fried chicken. This combination then is represented by this point on the diagram. And we can similarly plot the rest of the combinations. When we join all of the points to form a curve and label it D at each end, we have created our first demand curve.
Morning class, this is Will Kemp from Will Kemp Art School. This is just a brief introduction to my online drawing school, showing you the different subjects that I cover each week and how it can be a really excellent starter if you want to learn to draw but never thought you could. So the first week we looked at the importance of line and how every line has a shared edge. This is so important so that you can draw what isn't there to create the illusion of what is there. And how essentially when you're drawing, you're just imagining that invisible plane in front of you when you're working. Then working on a tone ground, we overcame some of the problems of feeling that you can't go dark enough in your drawing to create that real sense of depth and tone. Then we looked at negative space and how it's quite amazing just looking at the negative space and drawing that, a positive form will come out of it. And also how important negative space can be to create a balanced composition and lead the viewer's eye throughout your picture. We then moved on to how to measure objects, how to use your arm and look at angles and differences in sizes and ratios between the subject that you're drawing so you get a drawing that is in proportion. Then working very softly to create form in your drawing, and a classical approach using the cast drawing, using constructs and straight lines to get the basic of a drawing in once you've got that initial shape worked out. The final week of this drawing course, we start to develop your own style, draw more from life, and really get you proud of the drawings that you're creating.
This is Donnie Gladfelter, Business Development Manager and Technical Specialist here at CAD Microsystems. In this video, I'll review some of the most effective methods for repairing AutoCAD drawings that you're otherwise having trouble with. The first method we'll take a look at is the audit command. This is the absolute best place to start whenever you observe an issue with an AutoCAD drawing. From odd drawing behavior to issues with plotting, the audit command is your first line of defense for repairing an AutoCAD drawing. Found beneath the application menu under the Drawing Utilities heading, the audit command will perform a basic integrity check of the current drawing, fixing any errors that it finds. When using the audit command, it's important to pay attention to the command line. First, you want to verify any errors that were found were also fixed. Similarly, if the command did indeed find any errors, you'll also want to rerun the audit command to ensure that no additional errors exist in the drawing. If either the errors or the observed issues persist, you'll want to graduate to a slightly more powerful command. The Recover All command will scan both the selected drawing as well as any drawings referenced into it. Consequently, we especially recommend using this command if a drawing in question also includes any external references or XREFs as they're commonly known. You'll find the Recover All command on the application menu also under the Drawing Utilities heading. From here, we'll choose Recover and then Recover with XREFs. After selecting this command, a warning dialog will display to alert you that it will perform a recover operation on both the selected drawing and all attached XREFs. Click Recover the drawing file to continue. This will open a file dialog where you can browse to and select the drawing file in question. Once the Recover All operation is complete, AutoCAD will display a drawing recovery log summarizing any issues it found along the way. Like the audit command, we recommend reviewing this log to ensure that any errors discovered were also fixed. With any potential drawing errors out of the way, the final operation we recommend is to purge your drawing. To do this, we'll revisit the application menu under the Drawing Utilities heading and select Purge. The Purge dialog will open to display a list of any unused named items such as blocks, layers, and text styles within the current drawing. In addition to the items listed, we also recommend choosing the Purge Nested Items option as well. This will further extend the cleaning action of the purge command by removing any unreferenced items that were previously named by one of the items on this initial list. Finally, to ensure your drawing is as clean as possible, we recommend clearing out any registration apps within the current drawing. Since these can affect the functionality of some third-party applications, Autodesk has omitted this option from the Purge dialog we were just using. To access this option of the Purge command, you must launch the command line version of the command by entering -purge at the command line. After launching the command line version of the Purge command, you'll have the option labeled RegApps. Selecting it will scan for and remove any leftover RegApps within the current drawing. In our experience, the procedures outlined in this video correct the widest range of AutoCAD drawing-based issues. If for some reason the procedures do not correct your AutoCAD drawing file, some advanced drawing recovery procedures may be necessary. We'll look to cover some of these advanced procedures in a future video. In the meantime, we invite you to connect with us through our Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn channels for additional industry insights, events, and additional tips such as this video.